So a woman comes to Jesus, begging him for help for the sake of her poor sick child. Now Jesus knows that sometimes words are just so much air. So maybe he wants to see what she really believes. Or maybe he sees what she really believes, but wants to be sure that she sees. So he says, nope, none for you. Well, apparently she believes in the power of God and the goodness of God. She believes in the power of asking. Because she says, I'm not leaving until I get what I came for. And even just a crumb will do it. And she's right. Her child is healed. I recently got to ride a horse for the first time in my life. I really liked it. I'd like to learn more. And I was talking to a young woman who was like the assistant of the group that led the horse walking. And she said, you know, we get a lot of young kids coming to take lessons because they beg their parents, I really want to ride a horse. I want to ride a horse. Let me ride a horse. But she said, you know, you can tell which ones are going to stick with it. Because they're the ones that volunteer to come out to the barn and muck the stall. That is, shovel the poop. Maybe this woman approaching Jesus is kind of like that. Willing to muck the stall just to get close to the source. I wonder how many of us are Christian. I mean, that's something that's defined by faith, generally, right? That if you believe certain things, if we believe that Jesus is the Son of God and Jesus is Lord, then that means we're Christian. Certainly hear lots of people say that. Believe on the Lord and be saved. But I don't think I hear Jesus saying that. Definitely don't hear Jesus' brother James saying that. He says if you see someone who needs help and you just say, well, God bless you, your faith is a nothing. Faith without works is dead. These words of James are part of a debate that goes way back and continues to this day, where some people sometimes will say, just do the right thing and you'll win God's favor, either in this life or the world to come. And then other people sometimes will say, you can't do the right thing. Don't even try. Give it up. As long as you believe, God will love you all the same. Now, I think both of these arguments are really kind of missing the point. When Jesus encounters us, he doesn't say, tell me what you believe. He says, show me what you believe. He says, take a look at yourself. What are you doing? What are you being? What are you becoming? What we really believe is the source of how we act, how we behave, what we do. And conversely, what we do and how we act shows what we really believe. If we act as if some people have more of a right to be here than other people, have more of a right to liberty and the pursuit of happiness than other people, then we can say whatever we want about freedom and justice for all. What we believe, obviously, is in some kind of inequality, some kind of favoritism. You know, I don't think God really cares much if a Muslim is converted to Christianity. And I don't think God really cares a lot if a Christian becomes a Muslim. And yet it seems like a lot of the fear and fighting is just about that. But I do think God cares a lot and grieves and rages when children are hurt. Tony Campolo, you might have heard of before. He's, I don't know him well, but interesting guy, a Baptist preacher who has a very open mind, a very open heart, I should say, about God's love. Gets him in trouble sometimes. Well, I heard one talk that he gave, a sermon really, in a church to a group of pretty well-to-do people. And this is what he said. He said, I really only have 3 things to tell you. 1, before the day is over, 20,000 children will die of starvation. 20,000 children. And 2, says Tony, you don't give a shit. And 3, now you're upset. Not because 20,000 children are going to die, but because I said shit in church. Whew. Let's hope he's not talking to us. Right? Ever. Maybe faith is really not an end in itself. Maybe it's a tool towards a goal. What we really believe is the foundation of our action, and our action is encouraged and emboldened by our faith. But it's still a call to act. Not to be saved, but to bring some good into a broken world. Some people worry about the future of the church. What is the future of the church? I don't know. Really don't know. But if it doesn't come from the heart and the soul, if it's not desperate for a crumb of grace and healing, if it doesn't give a shit, it has no future. Thanks be to God. Amen. Sorry, kids.